Well, hello everyone, and welcome to tonight's webinar for Sports Challenge Fan Club. Tonight, I want to show you and share with you the system of the Sports Challenge Fan Club. I will be sharing with you everything you will need to succeed and to make over $40,000 in 5 weeks. Now, the way I can make that bold claim is because of what we call math. That's right, math. As they say, 2 plus 2 always equals 4. You cannot change that. We call that a constant of math. So tonight, I will show you all the concepts and prove them all with math. Well, a little bit about me. I'm Jason Watson, born and raised a Tar Heel boy, and I'll be your host for this evening. I've been writing the Sports Challenge Fan Club Wave for about 2 years now. Well, actually about 3 years now. And let me tell you, it's been one heck of a ride. Personally, note I have 2 daughters, married, and enjoying their families. I love to play golf. I love to go skiing when I can. Being involved in Sports Challenge Fan Club has given me ample time and freedom to travel to ski. I went to Japan for the first time this year at Niseko Ski Resort, and I had a great time. Now, something you need to realize is your friends, when they do this with you, they will make the same amount of money. And it's great because they can go on the skiing trips or golfing trips or even cruises. You know, nothing better than being on a cruise ship relaxing. I love going with friends, and we have even talked about going on a cruise over in Barcelona and maybe taking a cruise back to the USA with it. Now, I love that idea. And why not? We have plenty of time, as you're going to see. Now, for me, I'm not one for a bunch of parties and wildness in my life. I'm a Christian man. I raised my family as such. Enjoyed the time with my family and church and God. And we have a great church too. One more thing about being involved with the Sports Challenge Fan Club is we make good money. So your tithing picks up quite a bit, and it's a big help to your church. Actually, my sponsor is my Sunday school teacher who introduced this to me 3 years ago. And I'm so glad he did. Now, as I mentioned, I travel around with friends and family, and it's a lot of fun. And really for me, I love to hang out with friends and play sports and enjoy life as much as possible. And the Sports Challenge Fan Club has given me this opportunity. Now, this program has been changing lives of not only myself, but all my friends left and right for the past 3 years. And I'm thrilled to show you how it can do the same for you. So let's start off with what is needed from you. Well, the first thing you're going to need to put forth is you're going to need to have $150 first. Now, don't fret over that. I get it. It's a lot of money. I understand that. But when I show you how you will never have to spend any more money for the rest of your career with Sports Challenge Fan Club, well, that $150 will seem very minimal, I'm sure. But yes, you are going to need $150 to start. Second is you're going to need to get a 5-person team. Now, these people need to have a love for sports, a passion to help other people make money, and a desire to want better in life. And that's what money can do. Now, I know I've heard this many times. Money will not solve your problems. And I totally agree with that. But I will tell you this, that money gives me options that broke people just don't have. Now here, let me explain. This summer, I'm going with a bunch of my other guys who are participating in Golf Tour Club. And I'm going to tell you about that a little bit later. But we're going for a 3-week trip to Asia to play golf in Thailand and Japan. Now, I'm going to tell you this. All of us that are going are paying our own way. You see, money gives you options that broke people just don't have. So now that you know what is expected from you, those 2 things, a team of 5 and $150, we're going to dive in, okay? So this is how it starts. You will have a sponsor, and that sponsor will hold a sports watching party. And let's say it's on a Sunday night, but it can be any night, but it will start your involvement right then. And when you go, you will get started. And that means you will go and you'll check in on his account, on your sponsor's account. And you're going to purchase what we call the G100 program and Exodus Elite. It costs $100 plus the $49 admin charge as well. So there is $150. So there it is, the $150 I was talking about. Now you're in, and you just bought yourself a career change. Well, now you're at the party. You can sit back and enjoy the game that you're watching and get to know the people that are on your sponsor's team. Have fun and enjoy it. Now, sometimes the sponsor will ask you, and they usually ask you a way ahead of time, to start putting your team together. And I tell my newbies to have your 5 before you buy your G100 program. Listen, it's so much easier. And you will see from now on, you will never use money out of your own pocket. So you own the G100 program now, and you have the resale rights of that program too. So let's say your sponsor hosts their program on Sunday, their party on Sunday. Your night is going to be the very next night. We want to make them as quick as possible, and you already have your 5 together. So your night will be Monday, and you will hold your party then. Now, your 5 guys show up, and they will purchase the G100 as well from you because you own the resale rights to the program once you buy it. Now, the first person that checks in on your account, although they are on your team and they come to your party, you're not going to receive that $100 from the G100 purchase. It will go to your sponsor. And this is what will keep the magic growing every week. This will keep everything growing, as you will see in a minute. Now, their $100 will go directly to your sponsor, and it's all done internally, so you don't have to worry about that. Now, the other 4 will purchase theirs, and you will receive their $100. So, going back to our math, constant math, that's 4 people times 100. That equals $400 that you will make. So now your team of 5 will host their party on Tuesday, and they will each have their 5 come to their party. Now, I usually go to the local sports bar here. It's Buffalo Wild Wings, but there are all kinds of places that you can go. I like Buffalo Wild Wings because they have great food. I have been going to there for, I guess now almost 2 years, and it's great. Now, my first party that I ever had, I hosted it at my house, and it took me over an hour to clean up after the guys left. So I decided, no, we're going to go to Buffalo Wild Wings the rest of the time. But it's up to you. But you will hold your party on Tuesday. And their 5, they're ready to go to purchase their G100. So all the 5 guys on each team buys the G100. Now, the first one of each of your original guys will go to their sponsor, who is you. So you're going to make $100 because you have 4 people. Because remember, Jim went to your sponsor for being on that first one that checked in on your account. But the other 4 will host it, and you get their first. So it's 4 times 100. That's $400. So you make another $400, bringing your total to $800. Now, those first that you just inherited, those will host their party. And, in this scenario, we're going to do Wednesday. If they have all their 5 together, they will come to the party and they will purchase the G100 program, and you will receive their first one that checks in at their party. So that's another $400. Why? Because 4 people times $100 equals $400. Now, this is going to continue to go on and on and on as long as your first that you inherit all continue to hold parties. But we will stop for that right now. But just so that you know, this continues on and the money keeps coming in more and more and more. So let's look at the scenario here. You've collected for the week, in this scenario, $1,200. Now, the cost of the program is $100 plus $49. So we're going to deduct that from your total. And we don't have anything to carry over. So now we're looking at $1,051. Congratulations. In 1 week, you've made $1,051. Now, just so that you know, in this scenario, we are using Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But you can host your party anytime and upgrade at those parties anytime that you want. But for this webinar, we want to keep it kind of close together and precise. So now we go to the following Sunday, which is what we call Upgrade Sunday. Your sponsor will host his party once again, and this time, when you go, you will purchase the G250 program. It costs $250 plus a $99 admin fee. So you will take that from the $1,051 that you've already made, and now you can enjoy the game and the fun and the food with your sponsor's party. Now, on Monday, you will hold your Upgrade Monday, and you have all 5 coming to the party once again, and they all have been duplicating everything you've done. So because of that, they all have $1,051 in their account, and they are ready to upgrade. So they will purchase the G250 from you, and you will receive the second, third, fourth, and fifth person's money. Now that is 4 times $250. That equals $1,000. Now, your 5 will host their upgrade party on Tuesday, and their first will all upgrade to the G250 program because they all have $1,051, and you will receive that. So now you make another $1,000 because 4 times $250 equals $1,000. Now, those first that just upgraded, they will host their party on Wednesday, and they have their first, each buying it from you. That's 4 times $250 equals $1,000. And they've all bought, the first ones have always bought it from you. So that's another $1,000 that you've received. Now, bringing your total for the week to $3,000. Now, if you take the $250 and $99 away from it and carry over your $1,051, your grand total now is $3,702. So the following Sunday is another Upgrade Sunday, and you're going to go to your sponsor's party and you're going to purchase the G500 program from your sponsor. It's $500 plus $199 admin fee. So you take that from the $3,702 that you have, and you can keep going. Yep, you guessed it. This is what happens on Monday. You will host your upgrade party, and you will have your original 5 there, and they will all check in on your account and purchase the G500. That's $500 each times 4. That equals $2,000. On Tuesday, you will make another $2,000 from their first that check in on their account, and another $2,000 comes in from the first that checked in on their account from on Wednesday, and you now have a grand total for the week making $6,000. Now, we're going to be deducting the cost and the admin cost, which is $699, and plus we're adding the carryover of $3,702, giving you a total in 3 weeks $9,003. That's great. So let's continue. It's Upgrade Sunday, and we go to the purchase the G1000 program and $1,000 plus the $299 admin fee from your $9,003. So on Monday, well, you can see the drill now. Your 5 purchase the G1000 from you at your party because they've been duplicating everything, and that's 4 times $1,000. That's $4,000 that you'll receive. And then on Tuesday, they're going to host their party, and you will make another $4,000. And on Wednesday, the first will host their party, and you will make another $4,000, giving you a total for the week of $12,000. Now, we're going to subtract the $1,299 from the cost and the admin cost. We're also going to carry over the $9,003, giving you a total for the 4th week of $19,704. Now, this is the final Upgrade Sunday on this session, and you're going to purchase the G$2,000 program plus the $399 for the admin fee, and just so that you know, those charges are separate each time. You buy the program, then you will pay the admin fee. It's 2 different transactions. So now you own all the programs, and you will earn on each of them forever as long as people host their party. Now, you will hold your Upgrade final party on Monday night, and they're all going to purchase the G2000. So look at this. You're going to make $8,000. Why? Because 4 times $2,000 equals $8,000. And then they're going to host their party on Tuesday night, and you will make another $8,000. And of course, then on Wednesday, the same, $8,000, giving you a total for the week of $24,000. Now we're going to subtract the $2,399 from that. Plus, we're going to add the carryover of $19,704, giving you a grand total of this entire session, $41,305. Now, that's not too bad for a $150 payment to start it off now, is it? So what do you do now? Well, you can do another session because it's going to start right away the following Sunday. Now, during this session, you've been telling people all about, when you can join and this is where you can add them. During this week, you can add them. Only add them if they have their 5 ready to go. So you start again all over, just like you did before. And this can go on and on and on. So you're going to start over again? Yep. And just like you did before, pay the $100 and the $150, and you're going to start again. Now for me, I only do 3 sessions in a row for baseball, and I'll do 3 sessions in a row for football. I take December, January, and most of February off. I also travel. During that time, I like to go skiing. It's cold, and I can go anywhere I want to go, so I like to do that. So I take my family skiing sometimes. Sometimes I'll go on a cruise. I just want to enjoy life. And so I do 6 sessions a year. But as I told you, I do 3 different programs, all operating pretty much the same way. But if you can, check out my Google Calendar here. You're going to see. Here are all the programs that I do. Sometimes you can see the times that I have. I have Movies and More, Golf Tour Club, and also I have the Sports Challenge Fan Club. But as I told you, I do 3 different programs, all operating the same way. But if you can check out my Google Calendar, I've already said that. Now, I have a program that we call Movies and More. It's just going to the movies with my friends. And we check in there pretty much like we do the same way on Sports Challenge Fan Club, except it's at the movies. And I have 4 right now. Actually, I'm adding 2 more this year. I'll start it again, and I'm going to add 2 more, a couple that's going to be joining us there. So, right now I had 4, and now I'll be adding 2 more, so there'll be 6. And then on Golf Tour Club, I have 3 of my good friends with me that check in there. Now, obviously, you can't add more there. I mean, I guess you could play another week, you could play another game with 3 other new people. But the whole idea is just to play golf. I play golf twice a week, and it's good enough for me. And there are more programs, and honestly, the 3 are all I need. But maybe you know other programs. Maybe you see other things that you want to do. You want to check out my friend's website. It's mikesworldnow.com. Then click on Living the Dream, and you're going to see all these programs. And there are more, but you're going to get invitations to them and through emails once you become a member. And they are adding programs all the time. So there is always something going on. But for now, I only do those 3. Sports Challenge Fan Club, Golf Tour Club, and Movies and More. Now, I know some of you might be brainstorming ways to, quote, tweak the system. But trust me, changing things up isn't the way to go. Take my buddy Mike, for instance. He's a networker, and he started off with a whopping 12 people at his first party. 12! But he ended at the first session. He ended in the last session. He only had 4 people sticking with it. Listen, remember, your success hinges on their success. That's why I urge you to start small, just 5, and build from there each session. It's a tried and true formula. And hey, in between sessions, I always have folks asking me about this opportunity. And then I'm going to point them to the webinar, and then they can jump in and start getting their 5 ready together. And when I'm ready to start the next session, then, I add them onto my team. And it's all about giving them time to build their team of 5. And trust me, it pays off in the long run. All right, everyone, it's question time. And if you got any questions or any burning questions that need to be clarified, just drop them in the chat window. And I've been with this company for 3 years, so I reckon I can handle most of your questions. Yeah, here's one from Chad. Hold on. What if you don't? Okay, he's asking, what if you don't have 5? It's a good question, Chad. And I understand your concern about not having the full 5 to start with. And here's my advice on that. If you're liking what you're seeing right now so far, start thinking now about the 5 people you want to bring along with you on this journey. Now, I know the temptation might be to go for more than 5, but hold off on that for now. Let's focus on getting the initial 5 locked in first. The beauty of this is you don't have to pay until you're ready to kick things off. And you'll start on the night of your sponsor that throws his party. For instance, if you're on my team, we're not kicking off for another a couple of weeks, I think. So you've got time to get your 5 together and prepped. It's one-time deal, and then it's smooth sailing for the same crew every week, every time. Now, I still hang tight with my original 5 buddies who are into golf, movies, and, of course, Sports Challenge Fan Club. So you've got time to round up your 5 and get them to find their 5 too. It shouldn't take you too long, but if you end up with 4, you know what, Chad? That's cool too. You can still move forward. Now, obviously, you're not going to make as much money. Maybe so let me give you some suggestions. Church is a great place to get connections. Social groups. There are a lot of groups that are in social work that you can do, or social platforms. Civic clubs. As I mentioned before, I got my first 5 from the country club where we all play sports and we're all nuts about golf, so it worked really well. So even if it's a struggle to get all 5, aim for at least 4 to get things rolling. Remember, the standard is 5, but 4 will do in a pinch, Chad. So I hope that clears things up for you there. All right, any more questions? Tim's got a question. The programs. You mean you mean the new programs? Okay, yeah, sure, Tim. Aside from the ones that I do, I can go to my friend Mike's website. Hold on. Or hold on, no, I have it over here. Hold on, let me go back. Here it is, right here. Yeah, so you can see there's Sports Challenge Fan Club, there's Golf Tour Club, and Movies and More. Those are the ones I do. And then going back up to the top is Travel Club, and that's a really neat one. It's done a little bit different, but it's still accomplishable. Then you have Girls Night Out. Now, don't get carried out on the sexiness of that, just girls. No, there's all kinds of different things that you can do. It's basically going clubbing, or you go to happy hour and hang out with your friends, and they check in there. That's a lot of fun too. I haven't done that because I guess I just don't have that kind of time for that. But I know a lot of people that do Girls Night Out. The only reason it's called Girls Night Out is because it was started by a lady who went to Las Vegas with 4 people or 5 people, and they started it, and it was 5 girls, 5 other ladies there. Then there's Shop Till You Drop, and this one works really well with those that are doing, like, if you're going golfing, or if you're going to a Sports Challenge Fan Club day and your wife wants to go shopping, well, she can do this, Shop Till You Drop. And it's kind of the same premise if you're just going shopping instead of doing the sports thing. And then there's a Wine and Dine, and that's really a couples thing. When it says Wine and Dine, it just means like the husband and wife take another husband and wife out, and the husband will sign up, have the husband of the other couple check in, and the wife will have them check in on her account. And that one kind of works out pretty good, honestly, because a lot of people have a lot of couples that are friends and stuff. Laugh More Today is something that I'm thinking of doing this fall. I'm not going to do it this year. I mean, this spring. I'm going to do it in the fall. But Laugh More Today is when you send funny videos out to people, and they check in on your account. I mean, it's all so simple, and it's all done the same way. But I mean, I like to laugh, and I like to have funny things to show, and yeah, how about getting paid for doing it? That sounds good to me. And of course, it's that time of the year again where we're talking about Christmas, and there's another program, I think it's called Season's Greens, where they send out Christmas cards. There's another one that just started. I got the email on it a couple of weeks ago, and it's called the 8 Ball Club, and that is pool. And so you play pool, and the person checks in on your account, and you get another person to play pool, and you get, it worked. I think it works really well for the pool guys when they're doing a league or so. Same thing with bowling. Usually they just use Sports Challenge Fan Club with that, but yeah, it's bowling, and I don't think they called it anything different than that. Okay, so let me go back here. Let me make sure I covered everything. Yeah, I did. All right, so any more questions at all? Okay, well, friends, if you're here tonight and you have a sponsor, you need to get back with them and find out when their next entry party is for their session. Now, if you're here and you do not have a sponsor, just fill out the information below, and it will go to the Living the Dream data, and then they're going to assign you to one of their partners. Now, these are people who have been in the program for a long time, and this guarantees you to be placed on a really good team and someone who knows what they're doing. So, just sign in there, and you can do that. So either way, I hope you will join our club. It's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of great opportunities for you financially. Simple ways to enjoy life, once again. I do want to leave my email. So here's my email that you can, it's scfcjoshmain@gmail.com. And I did put down that website of Mike's website, and you just look for Living the Dream. So folks, that's going to do it for me tonight. If you want to shoot me an email, you can. If you got more questions, or better yet, just ask your sponsor. They're going to know the ins and outs too. So check with them, and if they don't know the answer, by all means, just shoot me an email, and I'll be happy to respond back. Thanks again, everybody, and I hope you enjoy your journey with Living the Dream through Sports Challenge Fan Club, and I'll catch you at the next party. Enjoy.